back. My name is Dave, and this is Macaro Siding by N-Scale Layout. Today we're going to work on the generating plant that creates the electricity for the mill, for the paper mill. And so I have the building sitting right here. I'll show it to you in a second. What we're going to do is put in some very, very, very small LED lights. I'm going to have a piece of paper here somewhere where we'll put the lights on the piece of paper, and you can see how small they are. So, okie dokie, my camera's gonna act up, it looks like. Yeah, it is. Hold on. I got one camera that doesn't always communicate well over the HDMI to my switcher. So, anyway, moving on. So what we're going to do is put in lights inside the in the building itself, and I've already done some. So I'm going to switch over to there we are. There's the building. And I've already put some in, so I'm just going to demonstrate the, I say as I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm just going to demonstrate the lights that I've already installed, but I seem to have put something away that I shouldn't have put away. I'm just going to... No, it's not those. Okay. I'm just going to pause it for a second here. We're back. Sorry, I made up a little rig yesterday to make testing this thing a little easier, and so for some reason or another it didn't appear magically on the table where I thought it should. So we'll switch over. He says it won't work. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'm losing it today. So anyway, you can see that there are two lights here above the big door, and a single light above this door. And what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to finish off putting on the last three lights, one there, one there, and one here. Yep, 3 lights. So let's get at it. So first off, these LED lights. I'm just going to lay a piece of paper over here like this, and I'm going to switch to 6. Enter. And this is an LED, if you can believe that. It is. I've never even bothered to put a micrometer to this, or not a micrometer, a veneer gauge to it, but I'll tell you right now, it's tiny. It's under 1 millimeter. And so what we're going to do is make up the lights themselves. I'm going to just turn this off for now. So how does this work? Well, what I did was I got some evergreen styrene, and I'm just, can you see? Oh yeah, okay, you can see. So I got some evergreen styrene. It's it's a tube, a square tube, as opposed to a round one, and it is. Let's see. Here's my veneers now. Just can't find things today. All right, here we go. It's roughly 3 millimeters by 3 millimeters, and I cut them into tiny little pieces. And then I took a pin vise, and this is one of 2 or 3 that I own. This is the one I prefer. And I drilled a hole in the back of this little piece of plastic. And the trick here is to get all of this to cooperate. I tried yesterday, and at one point in the day I just said, enough. So there's a tiny hole drilled in the in this little piece of plastic, which I painted black. What I do is I put the light in there, and I'm going to get my tweezers, because this worked better yesterday when I did it with tweezers. And I'm going to take some super glue and put it down here on my scrap piece of wood that I'm working from. And I'm going to take one of these very, very fine Q-tips, and I'm going to put some glue on the Q-tip. And then I'm going to put the glue inside. Make sure it's in there. Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen, but it's okay. And see, that was my frustration yesterday. They were always falling out as I was working on them. So. See, so I put the in there, and this is rinse and repeat. Let's put some glue down inside there, and grab some accelerator and just give it a shot. Free, and that should be stuck in there. So now, take the building on its side, and there are some small holes drilled in the building itself. And so I'm going to push them through that hole. Get that down in there. All right. My big fat hand's in the way. Yeah, they are. Okay, so now we take some more glue, put a dab on the building, and put the light in place. And spritz of accelerant. Now the next step. Too many things on the table. And now there's a hole in the bottom of this. I don't know if you could see it or not, but maybe you can. Yeah, there it is. And what I'm going to do is feed the wires through that hole. If they'll cooperate with me. Okay, the red one did. And the blue one. Now these are extremely fine wires, And the only way I've been able to strip them so that I have enough to solder to is to take a layer to it and burn off the okay, so we got a red through there, and we got a blue here. There's the red, and there's the blue. Okay. So, the next step, and I just have to get I have a wonderful little soldering iron. And a nice jig to hold the wires. So, what we want to do now is, where's my lighter? Up there. So that's that red one done. And this is the other one, the blue one. I tend to do this as I go rather than trying to work on them all at the same time. So now on these particular lights, they don't have red and black, they've got red and blue. But if you just go R and B, that's exactly what it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take just going to put that there for a second, and I'm going to get the other blues. So I have a couple of other solder jigs, but this one is by far the best one I have. And it's easy to use. The little things move around because they're magnetic. Okay, and some solder, and let's see where we're at here. Press the front button. This thing heats up so quickly. It goes from 0 to, well, let's see, if you wanted to time it, 300, and just about that much on the time it says it takes for me to say that now. That's one done. I am not a master at soldering things. I am definitely not. So here I'm going to cross these over. Now essentially what happens here is that underneath the layout I have a bunch of distribution blocks, and I'm going to use those distribution blocks to power all of the lighting that I have on the layout. There's one distribution box that's just for the vine, and there's another one that does the yard. go. So we'll take them off this little stand. Now the one thing you got to be very careful with is you don't pull too hard. You pull too hard, and these thin little wires separate themselves from the LED as quick as can be. So now let's check and see if we have lights. And the red one. And on. So now we have, sorry, that was my fault. I'm going to go switch to 7 here. And now you can see the 2 lights that I just put in here and here. So there's just 2 more to go. I don't know if you know what, we'll just go ahead and do it. We'll do them. It didn't take that long this time. Yesterday it took me like an hour to do the first one. That was just, it was unbelievably frustrating. So once again, I have the little black unit with the hole drilled in the back. I've got my tiny LED that goes in the hole. I'll take some more glue. Now this is a very thick glue. Just a slight tug. That's good. These particular tweezers are really good. For some reason, and I'm not sure why, but super glue does not tend to stick to them unless they're silicone, because nothing sticks to silicone from what I understand from everybody else on the okay. So turn these off. Lift the building up. And what I'm doing is twisting the wires together to see if I can get it to go through in one piece. The other thing, yesterday I had like tremors. I was shaking up and down like a leaf in the wind on my hands. Okay, screw that, trying to get both of them through at the same time. There's that one in. So again, grab some super glue. I was watching a video of on YouTube of an Adam Savage video, and he had the man who worked for ILM who introduced superglue to the model making world. And that's another reason why I watch their shows, is because historically I find that very interesting, that for years modelers making those big models for movies and stuff were using 5-minute epoxy for everything, which meant, of course, that lengthened the time of building any given model. And the story goes, he I guess was it 3M? I'm not sure if it was 3M or not. But anyway, some major corporation had just developed the glue, the super glue. And this gentleman, whose name I've forgotten because I'm never good with names. It's hard to believe I was. But he came into the modeling studio. He took a pencil and put it on the table, and hung, just sort of basically took the eraser end of the pencil and glued it to the, put the glue down, put the pencil on it, and a pencil overhang hung the tabletop, and he immediately took his fingers off it, and it stayed there. And the whole room just realized that modeling had now changed forever. And I think that's a very interesting story. You never know where some of these things come from. Okay, let's see if we can get it in there. Okay, that's the blue one. Okay. Now the red one. Now I'm still debating whether I'm actually going to put a light inside this thing or not. Its location on the layout is not in a great place for actually taking a lot of work and putting in tons and tons of interior detail. Okay, sorry, I keep pulling this one. Sometimes forget I've got people watching. Okay, all right, there we go. And once again, I have to take that out of frame in order to get it to work. So now again, make a little bit of super glue. And put the light in place. There we are. So now we have all the lights in place underneath here. And now we've got to take the last two, these two here, and feed them. Okay, come on. Again, I'm going to twist them, make it one wire, pick it up. Oh yeah, Yes, David, that's smarter than not a smart move. Take it outside the building to bring it back inside the building. It's silly. There's the red. And now, where's my blue? There we go. Straighten that out. I say these wires are so finicky to work with. Yeah, I had it there for a second. Okay, so that means all of the lights are in place. So the only thing left to do here is to solder them all together, and then we'll do a test. So, once again, grab my lighter. Tell I'm not a smoker, I can't even operate it, but darn. Okay. We'll bring this back over here. And we're going to grab this one as well. Grab these two together. Now the distribution circuit underneath the layout has space for 20. Is it 20 or 10? It might be only 10. I'm going to have to go and look eventually. Anyway, I got them from England, and you have to build them yourself. They sent you the sort of motherboard thing and all the bits and pieces, and you had to build it yourself, which was quite fun. And once I had got to having done 5 of them, I was pretty good at making them. But I tell you, the first couple were not pretty. Okay, so here we are, we're at 290 again. And some solder. Like I say, I'm not the best solderer in the world. Come on. Okay, got that one done. here again. Flashlight, lighter, just lighter, David, not flashlight. And the last one. We'll take these and twist them together. And then we will take the twisted ones and twist them in place here. And again, like I say, you've got to be really careful here because it doesn't take much for it to break an LED, and I've done that in the past. So, here we go. All right. So, moment of truth. Black on blue, red on red, and there we are. Lights on that side. Lights on this side, and in here on this side. So that should be a very good, especially in a low light situation, that I can have a nice little vignette of what to do. Now the only thing left to do here is, where are you? Is I've been putting canopy glue on the top of these lights. So we're just going to do a drop of canopy glue. Now this is so that I can paint the top of each of these lights black, so the light is just going down and not. So I think we're going to call it quits for today here, and I want to thank you for watching. We're getting closer and closer to having the paper mill diorama model, whatever you want to call it. Ready to finish her up. There's still some things I'm fighting with. I need to figure out how to do the roads and the parking lots and everything inside the plant. I've got a couple of ideas, but we'll see how that goes. So, and there we are. Something that looks fairly well lit up and nice. And for this, we'll call it quits here. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll get a notification when I put out the layout, the video. Jeez, the video. Usually on Thursdays, which is today, but it'll be later today because I've got some errands to run in town. But that's beside the point. Anyway, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and as always, it's your railroad and you can build it any way you want.